It's hot. I have an hour before my next appointment. I need to record some content so I have something to post on social media. I have no idea if this is going to actually do what I need it to do, but we'll find out. And more importantly, my dogs are bored and they need some shit to do. So this is part one where we're going to be working with Melody on some scent work stuff. I'm going to warn you right now as I'm getting my stuff prepped. If you're looking for like any kind of an official video course, whatever, on introducing scent work to your dog, this ain't it, friend. This is not it. This is very down and dirty. I am not doing things correctly. Ask me if I care. Not even slightly. How old are these Q-tips? No idea. If I can smell it, my dog can smell it, and that smells like fucking birch to me. We're just gonna let it go. There are a lot of different ways that people introduce their dog to scent work. Now, to be fair, this is not Melody's first time. She has done this before, not in a very long time, like probably 2 years. It's been a little while, but this is not completely new to her. She has been introduced to odor, has done some like basic pairing. We'll talk about that, don't worry. But yeah, she's not brand new to this. I've been doing scent work for like 12 billion years. That's not true. How old is Scarlett? 10 almost, so almost a decade. You know what, maybe let's only do one. Let's not overwhelm my in heat whippet. Yeah, if you have questions about having intact dogs, I got two of them. I have an intact male. Chester, my golden retriever, is an intact male. Melody's an intact female. And if you have questions about that, because a lot of people do, let me know. Happy to talk about it. Really not that big of a deal. You just have to like not be an idiot. But that's kind of it. Anyway, there are a lot of different ways that people introduce pairing to their dogs. You could do a strainer. You could use a box. You could use literally like any container. I actually like using these like kind of takeout lids. And what I do is I actually tape my scented Q-tip to the underside. I DIY poke some little holes in there. They're going to be able to smell it. Even if there were no holes, they could smell it. Their noses are incredibly powerful. But I want the odor to be really, really strong when I'm first pairing. And we're treating this as if Melody has never done it before in her life. So I did poke some holes in my little takeout lid here. And I just taped my Q-tip to the underside of it. And you will see what we are going to do. I have to go get a dog. Pardon me one moment. All right. I have procured not one, but two dogs. All right. So I have my little pre-scented lid here. I'm going to try to remember that I have a Bluetooth mic on and I don't need to yell, but no promises. I'm not perfect, okay? So I have my pre-scented little Q-tip on a deli lid and break. I'm going to put it on the ground and all I'm going to do is feed my Melody noodle on the lid of this little deli container lid a bunch of times. This is hey, can you find it? Let's maybe do this. So people are not looking at your ass. When you are doing this process of just straight up pairing, all we are doing is basically Pavlovian conditioning, classical conditioning. Don't look at her nails. They are very long, I'm aware. Again, she's in season right now, like actively. And she doesn't love having her nails done. We're working on it. She will let me do it. She just doesn't love it. And she's a little like moody while she's in season. So we're not pushing it. I'll wait. She's almost out of season. So I'll just wait till she's done. Nobody's died yet. Everything's fine. Anyway, this is a really good thing to do with your dog's meal. Whether you feed kibble or fresh food or raw or homemade, whatever. This is a very good thing to do with your dog's meals. Also, I apologize for the cursing. I don't have the spoons to not. I will censor it out. Future Taylor, I'm so sorry about the editing. But it's going to happen. I curse like a sailor. Sue me. Find it. Also, find it is a lot of people say that to cue their dog to search in scent work. I do not. I say search. Find it is my food on the floor marker word. I just posted a video about marker words. If you're like, what does that mean? Go watch that. But yeah, this is a really good exercise to do with your dog's meal. Literally all we're doing is making an association in Little Miss Noodle's mind that the scent of birch is also associated with the scent and presentation of food, because she is in season and she's not like the foodiest dog ever. I'm using some dehydrated beef lung chips for her. That was a crunchy one. Wow. Here, wait. Let's do some dog ASMR. Ready? Find it. I'm going to get the lid out of the equation for a second. I like him. Can you sit? That is an interesting interpretation of the word sit. I like him. Thank you. Good girlie. Ready? Dog ASMR. No, take your chip. That was kind of lame. She does the best little crunchies. Find it. Yeah, that was a crumb. Chester, catch. A for effort, my man. It went behind the couch, dude. You're kind of SOL. Find it. Oh, my word. Butterfingers McGee. Oy. Well, aren't you the best boy for staying on your thing? All right. Melly, find it. Good Lord. Chaos. Where's my thing? Oh. So, yeah, all we're doing right now is just pairing that the scent of birch is associated with food. I do not care what she is doing outside of that. All I want her to figure out is that smelling this birch smell means there are cookies. And trainer error, I don't have a last one. Can I throw whatever this is? Find it. Woohoo! I always try to wait. When I have one cookie left, I do a find it so that I can go reset. So, like I said, she's done this before, so I'm kind of like speed running this. If you're doing this with your dog for the first time, I would probably recommend just doing this exercise where you just pair the presentation of the odor with the presentation of food. I would literally just do that. Like, put a scented Q-tip in a little plastic straw, tape it in the inside of a box, and just feed your dog out of the box. Like, throw one piece of kibble or one spoonful of their raw food at a time until they're done with their meal, and then you can like give them a signal. I say all done. That means like we are done with this exercise. We're moving on. And just go about your business like nothing happened. I would do that like a bunch of times, like a lot. I'm speed running because she's done this before. We took, I don't know, 2 or 3 rounds of like 6-week scent work classes when she was younger. So she's done this before. So I'm speed running it. Don't do this. Don't do what I'm doing if this is your first time. Do like a week or 2, at least minimum, of just the scent of the Q-tip or the scented Q-tip is associated with food, and like literally that's it. Leave it at that. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. I'm rushing it, but I'm a professional, so I'm kidding. I'm not that arrogant. Chester, can you please get up on your thing? Get up on your thing, please. Thank you so much. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. Again, she's done this before. So now, if you notice, I did not have a clicker at first because we're not training, we're patterning. And I'm not looking for a specific behavior. I'm just trying to build a pattern and an association that this birch scent is associated with food. I don't need a clicker if I'm not like looking for a specific behavior. So I wasn't using one. Now I'm going to start using one. I like my dogs. Melody is technically my 4th scent work dog if you count Samson, who never competed. He's never competed, but we've taken a buttload of classes. We're busy doing other sports. Finley never competed either. But anyway, Scarlet was my first scent work dog, my little female Chihuahua mix, insert Scarlet here. And her alert was to look at me, which was nice. She was pretty consistent about it, but like dogs look at you for a lot of reasons, and especially when you have a tiny little this tall Chihuahua thing. We got asked by many a judge where after I called alert in a trial. So since then, I have taught my dogs a freeze to freeze with their nose over the odor. I will try to find a video, or I'll take one of Chester doing a freeze and I'll put it right somewhere vaguely amorphously up here. Just kidding. I'm actually going to show you a clip of Scarlet first and her alert. I want you to look at how kind of vague this is. So here she is searching, and that was her alert. She gets her nose on the odor and then looked at me. It's very vague, right? It's like not super clear. Contrast that with this clip of Chester and how clear this alert is. Also, no judging me for being in my pajamas, all right? Super cool. And that's what we're going to start trying to teach her to do. I've done a few sessions of trying to teach her to freeze on a target for agility. Right? So we're going to do it now, but I was sitting here to my and to help solidify criteria, I created that when you but now I am going to look for a specific behavior. So I'm going to place my lid, and if she goes to it, I am going to click, and then I'm going to just feed on the lid many times. What else she does besides go to the lid, I don't really care at this stage. Find it. And then I'm going to toss a cookie to get her up, and then we're going to rinse and repeat. When she goes back to the lid, I'm going to click, and we're going to feed a bunch of times right on there. Find it. I know, brown cookies on a brown carpet. Hard to see, I'm sorry. Clever. Did you see that? It's a little bit subtle right now, but she did a little baby freeze. So basically, when you teach a dog to freeze over an odor or on a target, Ellie, find it. You are essentially triggering their prey drive. Yeah, so clever girl. She flipped the lid over. I don't particularly care. Again, this is not official. This is very down and dirty. I apologize. You're so good. Melly, find it. So I'm going to move the lid and see if she goes back to it, and she does. Can you guys see her little baby freeze that she's doing? So right now, that was a good crunchy. Find it. I'm going to feed her on the lid. Eventually, I'm going to start tossing the cookies off the lid. Whoa, so nice. But for now, can you guys see her little baby freezes that she's doing? It's so cute. You're so cute. And look at you doing big girl things when you're in season. Find it. So yeah, eventually I'm going to throw my cookies off of the lid. But for now, still taking advantage of that association building by just teaching her that birch means food. Put those little crummies there. Find it. Yeah, super. Find it. All right, I'm going to play around now with doing my next little step, which is feeding off of the lid. Yeah, clever. And I'm going to start flinging the cookies randomly. And I'm going to try to keep them kind of close to the lid, but nothing and nobody is perfect, including me. There you go. Case in point. All right, let's get some more. Find it. We're doing all this. So it's hard to see because brown cookies on brown rug, but I'm going to start kind of flinging my cookies randomly around, clicking when she goes back to the odor, and then flinging a cookie. So again, trying to like trigger that prey drive where she's going to be like anticipating a cookie getting flung. Super girl. Oh, that was a big piece. Another big piece, but that's okay. Nice. Good girl. Yeah, super. So Melody is a very different dog to train than Chester. So we're kind of a little bit of trial and error with her. So I'm going to, that is not yours yet. Woo! Kind of so I don't want the paws, so I'm not going to click when she's scratching at it because I don't want her to learn to scratch at the boxes. We don't want a box destroyer. Find it. So I just waited for her to do anything else that did not involve the paws. So yeah, like I said, a little trial and error with this one about what works for her. All done. I might go back to like the initial cookie goes on the lid and it's only the second and tertiary, fourth-yeary cookies that are not on the lid. I also find it, do not like my dog to see me put, where's a good spot for this guy? How about like right there? I don't like my dog to, find it, see me put the lid down. I want it to already be there when they come back, which is why I'm doing a find it. I know, I'm taking too long. Probably shouldn't have clicked that one. That was just straight up scratching, but. So I'm trying to click as soon as her nose is over the lid before she has a chance to use her paws. Like that. Yeah, super. That was a very good freeze. Yeah, wow for you. I hope you guys can see what she's doing. She's doing little bits of freezing. Find it. Yeah. Find it. We don't want pause. I know, I'm taking too long. That's her. Yeah, super. Telling me I'm taking too long. There's a big one. Nice. So again, I don't want pause, so I'm also going to try to catch her when she does that little down dog thing. Yeah, nice. So another way I like to get that little freeze, find it, is by kind of pausing in between clicking and feeding. Because if I've done a good job, hold on, of teaching my dogs duration just as a general concept from the jump, they should, upon hearing the click, continue to do the behavior until the food happens. In theory. It doesn't always work that way, but in theory they should. So, okay, Millie, woo, find it. Here. There is a Melly. Look. Find it. So I think for her, what's going to work really good. We clicked twice. Why did I do that? You can get 2 cookies. What is silly? Find it. What's going to probably work good for her is find it. Clicking right away. Good job. Find it. Nice. And then presenting the cookie after. And like flinging the cookie so she gets to chase it. Find it. I'm clicking twice like a dummy. What am I doing? Find it. Let's see what you do. Yeah, nice. Find it. There's a crummy over there. I'm probably going to cut out what just happened because all you missed was me very clumsily getting off the floor. I'm going to try standing up with her now. I'm just seeing if that changes the picture at all. But my plan of attack, I think, this is kind of like a test session. My plan of attack, I think, with her is going to be click as soon as her nose is on the odor and then like pause and fling a cookie to trigger that like chase thing. So eventually when she finds the odor, she'll freeze on it and kind of, you know, that predatory freeze where they're like waiting for the thing to move. That's what I'm trying to like make happen here. Two for one special. I may go back to trying to feed a cookie on the disc first. We'll see what happens. Yeah, nice job, baby. That was a really clear, good one, which is nice. That means good things are happening because we're seeing the thing I want to see. Again, I don't want her associating me with any of the food. So I'm not going to feed her if she's staring at me. I'm going to wait for her nose to drop down to the odor. Oh, can you get that? She's like, no, I'll just go back. You can get a freebie. I just said I'm not going to feed you for looking at me. What did I just do? Now we're going to try to get the cookie. Okay. So we are getting little baby freezes, which is nice. That's what I want to see. I want her nose to be right on the odor though. So I might try to do a little bit more pairing with her. Good girl. All done. Yeah, I might try to do a little bit more pairing with her. Also, remember how I said this is down and dirty, and like if you're looking for an official, oh wow, oh pretty cardinal. Oh, you can't see me. Hi. There's a cardinal on my bird feeder. Got distracted. Yeah, like I said, if you're looking for an official scent work tutorial, not this one, not this one. This is a really flattering angle too. Wow. I hope you like all of my chins. This is not it. This is not official. This is very down and dirty and very like, I got time now and I need to do something with my dogs. And I want to do scent work with her more. Chester needs to do his ORT, odor recognition test, if that is still a thing. I haven't done any NACSW in a long time, but if it is still a thing, Chester needs to do an ORT. So my plan is when I do one with Chester, I'm just going to do one with Melody. So that is all I'm going to do with this dog. I think she probably did 10 minutes of actual stuff. That's about her maximum, being a whippet, especially when she's in season, especially when it's hot and she's just kind of like miserable. It is like 90 plus degrees and like 95+% humidity right now. It's gross. So that's all I'm going to do with this dog. That's about all she can stomach doing. So that's all we're gonna call it on that. Gonna do stuff with Chester now.